Good morning on day 3. I was tired last night, called Linda, talked to her until I was about to fall asleep and then fell asleep. So didn't make a video last night. It is supposed to be getting colder throughout the day. Right now it's about 34 degrees and I think this is the daily high. It's just going to gradually get colder and colder and be into the teens in the evening. It was a nice little cozy campsite. Too bad I got here after dark and you weren't able to see it in the daylight or with the tent set up, but there's a spot for about 2 tents. These stairs are really slippery when it's freezing, so I gotta take it extra slow. All right, let's do this. Oh man, you think you're getting to the top and it angles back and it goes more. Made it to the top. Oh gosh, and there's more stairs. Oh man, what's a few more stairs? Man, those stairs, that hill. Tell you what, it's a way to warm you up on a cold morning. I think it's still about 34 degrees. Still going uphill though, but I'm definitely warm, starting to sweat a little bit. Whew. You can see the bridge down there. That's where it came from. You can see those stairs a little bit. Right there. Look at those clouds out there. That is cool. That looks a little dangerous. The trail came up from right there. This is an interesting bridge. So yesterday on the hike, somewhere along the way, I lost my Nalgene. I had it tucked in the back pocket. I don't know why I didn't secure it with a carabiner or strap or something like that. I usually bring smart water bottles, but this time I chose to bring the Nalgene in addition to that because the temperatures tonight are forecast to be in the low teens, even down to like 13 or 12 or something like that. And my sleeping bag's only a 20-degree bag, which I know is not the temperature at which it keeps you warm, but for survival. And I was checking the weather, didn't realize that it was gonna drop until closer to the trip. And with other things going on, I didn't have a chance to go out and get a warmer sleeping bag. So I looked online to see what could I find to help warm it up. And so I have extra clothes, I have sleeping bag liners. I've heard eat a big meal right before you go to bed and your body will kind of generate more heat that way. But also you can boil some water and put it in an Nalgene and then tuck that into your sleeping bag. And that was my plan for tonight, but I don't have the Nalgene, so fingers crossed it's not going to be too bad. I also have a Thermarest air mattress, and I found the first night it was great for keeping me comfortable on the ground, but didn't do a good job with the heat. It actually seemed pretty cold, so last night I put my Nemo pad on top of it, and that seemed to do much better. So I'll probably be doing that again today. Oh, and one other thing, another mishap is I need glasses to read, especially in darker conditions. And Well, I stopped on a log for a break, and I think I left my glasses there. Either way, I don't have them. So had to jack up the font size and display size on my phone, and even then it's pretty hard to see. So one more night. I do have an extra pair of glasses in my car, so if I can just make it through then, I should be fine. Did I mention that today is a lot of uphill right out the gate? Oh man, I am pretty warm though. That's a benefit of going up. I'm glad I camped up higher last night, because as I came down here near the water, it's quite a bit colder. The water's nice and it sounds nice, but this bridge is slippery. One thing with camping in the winter is the wood gets slippery when it gets the dew and it freezes. But yeah, it's nice to sleep by the water, and when it's warmer, that's what I would want to do. But in the winter here, man, it is chilly. Nice. 32.5 to go. All right. A lot of this trail is in the woods, but there's times you get a good bit of sun, and the temperature really changes in between shade and sun. Wonder where the water flows on this trail. So it looks like the trail took us off the road just back there, only to put us right back on it after maybe 100 feet. Well, who am I to judge? And then we go right back off of it. I'm 6 miles in and feeling pretty good, moving along at a pretty good pace. I rolled my ankle about a month and a half ago, and it's still a little unstable, and I've been wearing this wrap on it, but it's been rubbing the back of my heel, and so I decided to just take it off, and hopefully I'll just be careful on rocks and roots and things like that. But I sat here to take it off, and it's actually pretty nice just to take a break. You can see the view. You got the mountains in the distance. This is in Oconee State Park, and trail's been cool so far, I gotta say. Hoping to get 18 more today. We'll see how it goes. I got out a little bit earlier than yesterday. I'm gonna try not to get a cold campsite, and I'm gonna look for cell service again. And the more miles I get today, then the more I don't have to do that many tomorrow. So tomorrow will be the last day, finish up, and be nice to be able to have a shorter day and go get a shower, grab a beer, burger, something like that. If it ends up too cold and I can't get my gear dialed in enough to stay warm tonight, my plan will be to just walk, get up and walk. Hopefully I'll get a little bit of rest. I get pretty warm when I'm walking, and I do have a lot of layers. As the day goes on, I end up shedding the layers. You can see I already took off my fleece, and when it's cold enough, I'll start with a puffy, and I've even gone to shorts a few times. It's feeling pretty warm right now, but I know it's going to get colder, so I don't know if I'm going to go to the shorts or not. But if I do need to, I'll just layer up and walk to stay warm. Hoping it doesn't come to that. It'd be nice to camp again here on the Foothills Trail. Man, after cresting the high point in Gorges State Park, this is like a downhill bomb. My quads are on fire, my knees are begging me to stop. Find them having to almost jog down these hills. My quads are still complaining it's downhill. But hey, there's a lake. I wonder if it'd be easier to roll down this hill. Still going down. My quads are thanking me. That was a half mile of almost nearly continuous downhill. Pretty steep downhill. And with a pack on, I just found it was easier to jog sometimes than trying to brace to stop this weight. I imagine it's pretty tough to climb going up, but it doesn't hurt your joints as much. I guess if I were younger, I wouldn't be complaining, but I want to be able to hike tomorrow. $27.8 to go. The wind just picked up and oh, it's cold. I don't know if I should put on another layer or just wait for it to stop. Because with the sun, when it's not breezy, it actually feels great. Here we go. If you ever complain about switchbacks, come try this and see what you'd prefer. I mean, if you just really want to get a hill workout, this is your thing. Made it. Feel like I needed some Rocky music playing. When I get to the top, start dancing around like he did after climbing the art museum steps. Whew, that was a climb. Looks like we got a little bit more too. Ah. Each time I get to the top, I think I'm done, but I'm not gonna be so bold like I did on that first climb back there. Man, this is no joke. Will this be the end I'm pretty sure I made it. Man, I definitely need that rocky music. The trail looks like it goes down over there. Whew, that is a workout. Hey, just in case you didn't see the first blaze, I have a second. After you climb up Heartbreak Ridge, it's a lot of descent. It's not as steep, but it keeps going down. Whoever put this trail over this ridge was just being mean. This is like the other side of the lake where I had a long downhill. Now I have a long uphill. Usually on uphills, I just try to take it slow and steady and make it all the way to the top. But this hill, the steps over on was a Heartbreak Ridge, having to take multiple breaks. This is getting to me. I still got more up to go. I was feeling pretty good because the trail flattened out. And check this out. More up. This is the end of the ups. I'm wondering if this path is going to parallel the road. A couple times it's come back and makes you think you're going to get on the road, and then nope, over to the right. That's cool though. I'm out here to hike trails, not roads. .6 to go. Yeah, we're not going to the boat access. Wow. Able to cruise on these flats or even gradual uphills like up ahead. It's nice to stretch the legs out too. Time to get back on regular trail. Interesting. It's like an old bridge. Yeah, you can see the other side. I like walking along the rivers and streams. Like the sounds, the views. But in the wintertime, it is really cold. Noticeably different when we came down here to the lower levels. Hiking up higher now, so hopefully it'll warm up just a little bit. This looks like a good spot to fill up water. I can just reach over there. All right, I'll have to walk around this one, or we'll try to get over it. As I was trying to go through that branch, I noticed it was pretty dry, so I figured, hey, I could break a few branches, helping this next hiker out to pass. And as I'm stomping with my foot, I ended up hitting it on the ground and hurting it. Not too bad, I'm still walking all right. But that was that ankle that I used. It's my right foot, I'm right foot dominant. I took the wrap off earlier. I'd mentioned I twisted it, so in hindsight, probably not a good move. But a few branches are gone. This must be a nice place to take a dip in the water on hot summer days. So far, there hasn't been as many waterfalls or cascades after I left the Whitewater Falls area, and I really enjoyed those, but the two waterfalls that I've seen so far today were pretty impressive. Did not expect that. It's always a nice surprise to come around the corner and or over a hill, and there's something like that. Really, really awesome. It's almost 3:30. My goal was to get to a campsite that's 24 miles today. I have about 6 miles to go. 6 miles to go, and each night camping, I've been trying to beat the darkness to set my tent up in daylight. And I project if I don't stop anymore, I'll get to camp 6:15, and that's pushing daylight again. So I'm gonna try to keep moving and not get distracted. But if there's a waterfall, you know me, I'm stopping, or I'm taking a spur out of the way to go check it out. For a large portion of the hike, at least the last few hours or so, there's been this old road. It kind of goes along the creek. We go along the creek, sometimes we're on the same side, sometimes we're on the other side from each other, but it always seems to cross where when the bridge is crossed, it seems like it does as well. That's a steep hill. I don't know if I'd want to drive down that. Looks like they cut some of them over there, but a little bit of scrambling here. This was something else when these all came down. All right, some of those steps look a little sketchy. I wonder if these mountains are not visible in the other parts of the year when the leaves are on the trees. Sure makes it pretty to hike being able to see things off in the distance. Flat Rock campsite, chimney top. That's what we're going to try to hit. I was hiking along and it gotten chilly with the wind periodically throughout the day, but it suddenly got colder, and I decided to check the temperature on our thermometer, and it hit 32. It's been 40-ish most of the day. I originally thought it was going to be colder with the forecast, like 32 might have been the high, but it was a pleasant day. But when it dropped, it just dropped. So I had to bundle up gloves, fleece, a beanie, and even now it's still a little chilly. So I think it's here. 3 miles to go to the campsite. Hoping to get there, excuse me, before dark and get everything situated, eat, and then bundle up as best I can for tonight. Hoping it doesn't get as bad as the forecast had said, but it's feeling pretty chilly right now. We are going down slowly. .2 miles. I was kind of hoping we'd go over there, but looks like we go up. I wonder if we go up to that rock. Thankfully, someone cut a tunnel through that blowdown. That was a big one. Chimney Top campsite. It's not dark, but it's almost dark. Still, it counts. We made it before dark. Not too shabby.